All right, to begin, let's start with the end. The conclusion here, I have said this since before, long before this ever broke out between her and Justin Baldoni, that we have to compartmentalize. Blake Lively is not a good person. So no matter what happens in this lawsuit, no matter who wins in the end, do not let it distract you from the fact that she has proven herself not to be a kind person.
She reportedly is claiming that she doesn't want Brian Friedman to depose her because of unspecified statements that he's made about her. You mean like when he said that they had plans to sue her into oblivion?
But primarily people don't like to work with Blake Lively. I can also tell you personally, back when I was an intern at Glamour magazine, working under an editor, she said the most difficult person that she has ever worked with and the rudest person that she had ever worked with.
Hey besties, Madison here. Let's dive into the legal storm surrounding Blake Lively. She's fighting hard to keep a few bombshells under wraps in her messy feud with Justin Baldoni. Grab your popcorn, because this tea is hotter than anything in your group chat. Here's the scoop. Blake has tried not once, not twice, but multiple times to slap a gag order on Justin and his attorney, Brian Friedman. In plain English, she's basically asking the court, can we please get these guys to zip it already? But so far, the judge isn't buying it, practically rolling their eyes and saying, not happening, sweetheart. So why the hush-hush routine? Maybe Blake's sitting on secrets juicier than a Taylor Swift breakup anthem. Or maybe she just can't stand seeing her name in the tabloids for something that's not red carpet related. Either way, it comes off as a little desperate. After all, if you were completely confident in your case, wouldn't you want everything out in the open? The more she pushes to muzzle Justin, the more suspicious it looks.
Time it is pertaining to the New York Times. Amazing that you're not going to believe this, okay? It looks like Justin Baldoni may have a very strong case against the New York Times. I know for a fact that the mainstream media will lie and they will smear on behalf of their power.
As if trying to silence the other side wasn't enough, rumor has it Blake Lively waltzed into court with a sparkle of sass, practically saying, can we just toss this whole case out like last season's wardrobe? The judge, however, wasn't having it and shut her down with a firm not happening. You've got to admit, the audacity is next level. Imagine standing before a judge, batting your lashes, and expecting your problems to disappear in a puff of Hollywood smoke. Sweet as her image may be, Lively isn't getting a celebrity free pass. Star power doesn't outrun the long arm of the law. Now the case has hit the dreaded deposition stage, where every bit of dirty laundry gets dragged into the record. Word is, Blake's dreading it like a student facing finals, scrambling to dodge attorney Brian Friedman's questions as if he were armed with truth serum. The gossip mill claims she's tried every excuse in the book, scheduling conflicts, intimidation concerns, and her personal favorite, accusing Friedman of harboring some kind of personal vendetta.
In due process, which is why I always read the facts of the case before accepting the media narrative. That they were plotting with the New York Times for months to smear him, and there may be some important evidence. So in Justin Baldoni's lawsuit, he accuses Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively of colluding with...
Depositions aren't like paparazzi interviews you can skip. If Blake Lively keeps dodging them, she could face serious legal trouble, and her refusal is starting to look downright suspicious. After all, if there's nothing to hide, why keep sidestepping the spotlight? Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni has maintained his image as Hollywood's easygoing nice guy, but his attorney, Brian Friedman, is being cast as a courtroom equivalent of a final boss in a video game. Blake's team paint him as the big bad wolf, especially since he's lobbed some fiery remarks and even threatened to sue her into oblivion.
Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
Oh boy. For what?
Full of evidence, admissions, documents, which prove exactly what she did and how she bullied her way through the process to take over the movie. Agent will be part of this lawsuit. That was Blake Lively's. Blake Lively will be sued, and we're carefully considering other people that will be sued also. And
Ryan Reynolds?
So is Brian Friedman really the hungry wolf circling Blake Lively, or just a lawyer doing his job by challenging a star who's used to controlling every narrative? Either way, the sharper Friedman's rhetoric gets, the more Blake's team paints him as a menace, angling to argue, Your Honor, we can't possibly do depositions with this guy. The judge's likely response? A dry, nice try. That's not how this works.
Rest assured that based on the investigation we've done, the text messages we have, the receipts that'll go along with that.
Blake Lively is no stranger surrounding herself with an entourage that screams unstoppable star power. Bestie Taylor Swift, powerhouse agency WME, and PR wizard Leslie Sloan. Normally, that dream team can move mountains or bury controversies under glittering headlines. But here's the catch. The court system doesn't play by Hollywood rules. No matter how star-studded the cameos, the only thing that matters is cold, hard evidence. If Blake thought her A-list connections could spin this into a redemption arc, she may be in for a rude awakening. The law doesn't hand out backstage passes. Fans are already joking that winter is coming for Blake, pointing to cracks in her squeaky clean image, and honestly, they might be right. Every time her legal team files another motion to silence or dismiss, the public wonders why she's so desperate to keep a lid on things. It paints the picture of someone terrified of the full story spilling out. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni's camp, far from perfect, moves forward with quiet confidence, acting like they've got a stacked deck of receipts waiting to be played. The real question is whether Blake is teetering on the edge of a meltdown that could overshadow everything else in her career. When judges repeatedly deny her request to skip depositions or gag the other side, you know serious tea is about to spill. With failed attempt to gag orders, motions to dismiss, and depositions looming, Blake is slowly boxing herself into a corner. Unless she's hiding a secret ace up those perfectly tailored sleeves, the countdown to a courtroom showdown is ticking louder every day. Will she fold under pressure and settle to keep more bombshells from dropping? Or will she march into depositions determined to defend her innocence, risking brutal gotcha moments if Fredman delivers on his threats? Whatever she decides, paparazzi will capture every angle, and fans will be furiously tweeting hashtag Team Blake or hashtag Team Justin. As always, we'll be here, sipping every last drop of the celebrity tea. So, besties, it's your turn. Has Blake overplayed her hand with endless motions to muzzle the opposition? Or is she genuinely protecting her side of the story from a smear campaign? Is Fredman the big bad wolf, or simply the messenger delivering uncomfortable truths? Sound off in the comments, and if you're living for the drama, don't forget to subscribe, and ring that bell, because this scandal is just getting started.